Are your shots not hitting the target? One of the most common problems is that you're jerking the trigger. In this video, George Harris, CEO of International Firearms Consultants, covers why you may be jerking the trigger and how to fix it. And a quick reminder, we have a gun giveaway going on right now. You can enter for free, but it ends really soon. So just click the link in the description down below to reveal which brand new gun you could win. Now let's watch the video.
One of the most prevalent problems that a firearms instructor encounters with his students is jerking the trigger. The understanding of why the shooter does it and how to fix it is important in advancing your students to the next level of pistol marksmanship. One other reason for jerking the trigger is lack of patience. Shooter's got the gun on the target, they got the finger on the trigger, the gun's not going off. So they want to make the gun go off. So the way to make it go off is to jerk the trigger. And that's the reason that they jerk the trigger. The result of jerking the trigger, no matter what the reason, can be seen directly to my right. All the shots on the target are to the low left, and that's common for the right-handed shooter. If we had a left-handed shooter, all the shots would be to the low right portion of the target. The reason that many people jerk the trigger is the placement of the index finger on the trigger is incorrect, causing the trigger to move the gun off the target as it is pulled. There are a number of different ways of fixing jerking the trigger. Number one is to practice the wall drill. The wall drill helps trigger manipulation, smooth, fluid movement without moving the sights off the target. Another drill that can be done is what we call the ball and dummy drill. It is to mix dummy rounds of ammunition in with live rounds of ammunition. When the trigger is pulled on a dummy round and the hammer falls, the sights shouldn't move at all in relation to the target. If they do, they will be usually low and to the left, and we'll know what we need to do in order to correct that problem. Another thing is to fit the gun to the hand of the shooter. The gun should be a natural extension of the hand. Another thing that we can do to help prevent jerking the trigger is to lighten the trigger pull. Jerking the trigger usually is, when we jerk the trigger, it usually comes from too heavy a trigger pull. By lightening the pull, it makes the trigger easier to move smoothly and fluidly to fire the gun. One of the best ways to overcome jerking the trigger is the inoculation drill. The inoculation drill helps you to understand what the gun sounds like and what it feels like as it discharges in the hand. Once the student understands what it sounds like and feels like, the reluctance to pull the trigger incorrectly generally goes away. All right, what I'm going to do is show you an example of jerking the trigger and then how to manipulate the trigger in the correct manner. To do this, I'm going to use the Safe Cert pistol. If you'll take a look at my index finger, you'll see when I operate the trigger, I move the muzzle of the gun low and to the left, being a right-handed shooter. The proper way to operate the trigger is to move the trigger with a smooth, fluid movement, having no effect on the position of the muzzle in relation to the target. That gives you an idea as to what jerking the trigger versus the proper manipulation of the trigger looks like.
Thanks for staying with us all the way to the end. I'm Kevin Michalowski, Director of Content for the U.S. Concealed Carry Association. If you enjoy videos like this, please subscribe to this channel and click that notification bell. We'll notify you every time something new comes out. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.